Hello everybody, lovely. This is my first ever YouTube video. I hope you enjoy it. So, I decided today that for my very first YouTube video, I was going to do a common British phrases and words video. And I hope that you all enjoy it. And if you do, please consider subscribing. So, without further ado, let's go for our very first common British phrase. So, all right? Now, all right. So, what does it mean? Well, it means, are you all right, obviously. But generally speaking, when we say it, it's like a greeting of hello. We kind of, a lot of the time in Britain, for some reason, don't ask me why, we often ask people, you're right, without really much expectation of a response. Please don't ask me why that is. It is just the way it goes. We often go, all right. There's no real, we're not really asking for a response. It's more kind of a all right, just kind of a greeting. We just say it kind of offhandedly. The second one is I'm knackered. Oh, I'm knackered. Now knackered. Well, I mean, sorry, something going on down there. So I'm knackered just kind of means, well, means kind of what it says on the tin. Really, it means I'm very tired. It just means you're very tired. You're knackered. You're tired. Cheeky. If you're a bit cheeky, it means you're a bit mischievous or playful. He's a very cheeky boy, isn't he? We usually use cheeky as kind of a fun way, in a fun kind of context. We're not really trying, in a fun way. It just means you're being fun, really. Now the next word is quite rude. Some consider it swear words, some people don't. It depends how you say it. Maybe just be careful how you use it in terms of who you are saying it to. Probably more kind of in front of mates and people your own age and maybe family even. But the next word is bloody. And it's a very British thing to say, and in and of itself it just means very. That bloody thing, or we often say that bloody, whatever. It just means it's a very kind of, I don't really know how to say this out. I can't really explain it. I kind of know what I'm trying to say, but I'm just trying to say it out loud. So if you say something's bloody awful, it means it's very bad, awful. As I say, it's not a very polite word, so don't use it too often. You probably have it as well in the US. I'm not entirely sure. Now the next one is quite a good one. It's it's a good one. It's more of it's again can be quite rude and is actually technically a swear word, and it actually does have two meanings. I think the second meaning kind of is more what I'm thinking of would be more, I think, for use in America. If do comment down below if that's right or wrong, but I believe this one's is the one that I'm thinking of anyway. I'm pissed is the phrase. I'm pissed. Now in British slang that means I'm very drunk. If you go to someone, I'm pissed, mate, it means you're very, very drunk. So you're just you're drunk as a skunk basically. But it can also mean you're really annoyed or really upset. I've often used it as a way of saying that I'm very upset about something. So often I say, oh, I'm really pissed about that. It means I'm really annoyed about something. But I think, and again, do comment below if you're in America and you're watching this. I think that's more of an American phrase to use it in that sense. When British people say, oh, I'm pissed, it usually means that you are drunk. In the UK, we use it more as a drunk definition, but I think more recently, even in the UK, I think some people do use it to say that they're annoyed about something. But again, pissed is actually technically a swear word. So again, I probably wouldn't say this in front of my boss, for example. I wouldn't go up to my boss and say, oh, I'm really pissed about that, because I'm technically swearing in front of my boss, and that probably wouldn't go down well with him, and I would rather keep my job than not. So I would say it more around my friends, close family maybe, and family and stuff, that's all it is. The next one, mate. We love to say mate. I don't know why, and it's just like we all just like, all right, mate, and it's just really a bit of a cliche in a way. and it just means friend. That's all it really means. It just means you're right, mate. You're right, friend. Because it would sound a bit weird if I went, "Hello, friend. How are you?" Yeah. We often say just mate. I use it a lot all the time. So there we go. Rubbish is the next one. Rubbish. That means it's absolutely awful. If I say something's rubbish, that's awful. Terrible. Doesn't really, I mean, other kind of synonyms could be garbage or nonsense. We often say it actually if someone tells me something, I'll go, "That's absolute rubbish. That's absolute rubbish." You can use it in the context of maybe if you've seen a film, for example, that you thought was rubbish. Yeah, that film was rubbish. You can use that as well. Another English thing, Cockney, a Cockney accent, and that just means if someone's called a Cockney, it just means that they are someone from the east of London. They're from East London. If you ever watch EastEnders, the wonderful Danny Dyer is pure Cockney accent. He's a mate. Yeah, Danny Dyer's great in EastEnders. Blimey is the next one. Blimey. So it's kind of similar to the American wow, I guess, is the best way to describe it. It's similar to the American wow, blimey. Like, it's kind of an exclamation of, "Oh my goodness, wow, that's incredible," So, blimey, amazing. And we can say it in two ways. You can either say it in a good way or a bad way. So, blimey, if something really bad's happened, I might go, "Oh, blimey, I hope they're okay." Like, that's kind of how blimey is used, if that makes sense. So you can use it in either way. Another one, bloke. I guess in America you would say guy, a guy. Yeah. So a bloke, it just means guy. You might say that bloke over there, that guy over there. We do use guy as well, but bloke is more British. So if you want to be more British and you want to sound more English than British, use the word bloke, don't use guy. And the final one I'm going to use for this video, is another swear word, bollocks. That's bollocks. Now, bollocks is kind of an offensive word, so I probably wouldn't recommend using it all the time. Like, in any old way, or how I would sort of more recommend using it in a kind of, I don't know, really, sort of, I guess, kind of in a more informal situation. Now, that's complete bollocks, but it is a bit of a swear word. It's a bit of a swear word, so be careful again who you use it around. So, like, probably don't use it around your superiors if I were you. That's me anyway. I personally wouldn't use it again in front of someone like my boss, my manager, something like that. I wouldn't say, "Oh, that's bollocks," I might say it to another colleague who I'm friends with, but I wouldn't say it to a senior member of staff. "Oh, that's absolute bollocks." I mean, obviously, bollocks as well can mean something else as well if you know it. Comment down below. But yeah, bollocks can also mean another thing. It's to give you a hint in case you wonder what the hell I'm on about. It can also be refer to men's genitalia, so as well. So a man's private parts, yeah. So a man's private parts, it is what it refers to. So as well. So yeah, just be careful you do that too. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider subscribing and liking. Okay, guys. See you on another one.